everybody. Welcome to How I See It with Kevin Levrone, brought to you by Levrone Supplements. Joining us, as always, is the man, IFBB Hall of Famer, Kevin Levrone. Thank you for joining us again, Kevin.
Thanks, man.
You guys have been sending in some great questions for Kevin, so we're going to get right into it. First one was an email. It says, "Hey, Kevin, longtime fan of yours in bodybuilding, especially the 70s to 90s physique. My question is, what is your recommendation / ideal training routine for someone who can only hit the gym 3 times a week, 4 at a push? I want to make sure I'm hitting everything. 2 of these workouts are only for 45 minutes. As a background, I'm living as an expat in Saudi Arabia with my family and have 2 young kids, 6 years and 9 months. I work outside in the heat of the oil refineries and don't have much more time than this for my training. I'm completely natural, use only whey protein, creatine, BCAAs, and a multivitamin. The rest of my nutrients come from food, typically chicken, rice, and vegetables. I'm 31 years old, 5'8", and 85 to 87 kilograms. Your advice is appreciated. Struan. I hope I'm saying that right. Struan.
Nice. Schwan, thanks for the question, man. Well, hey, I was in that position one time when I first started. I could only get to the gym 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's how I actually came up with the 3 on and the 1 off. Monday, I would do chest, shoulders, and triceps. Wednesday would be legs, and then Friday would be back and biceps. So I would do all those, I would 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half in the gym Monday, each time I went in. And that's what I did. You have more of a start than I did when I started, because back in the day we didn't have BCAAs and pre-workouts and stuff. So, and the whey protein and stuff they have now is so much cleaner, and the nutrition is so much better. So I would just do 3 days a week, man, if you can, and do all your pushing movements, do all your pulling movements one day, and separate the legs out, and just keep pounding along and get that rest and sleep. Sounds like you have everything on track. You just got to go ahead and work all the pushing movements together and the pulling movements together. And I say that because when you do chest, you have to use your shoulders and triceps to do it. So the blood is already in those areas. So when I do chest, I go ahead and finish off my shoulders because the blood's there, and then the triceps are already wore down. And so that way you don't have to do 16 sets per body part, So for chest, I would do like bench press, incline, and then flies, okay? And then for shoulders, I would go to Swift machine behind the neck. I would do dumbbell front lateral raises, side lateral raises like this, alternating front lateral raises like this, side lateral raises like, to the side like that. And then I would do rear delts with dumbbells. And then I would go to cable easy curl push downs, with the cable. And I would do 4 sets of 25 like that. Then I would do the dumbbells behind the neck kick-ups like this for 4 sets of 8, and that would pretty much be my workout for Monday. So,
a lot of people would say that sounds like a beginner type of routine to do all those body parts at once, but you actually followed that routine during at least
still do. I still do it. Yeah.
Now,
I still do.
That's what you were doing when you were an amateur too? All the way up to nationals?
Yeah, all the way, even last year I did it.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So for those who think that's not enough, take a look at Kevin.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The next one is from Norway. You've got a fan named Hans Egil, wants to know, I followed the Levrone report in your Instagram. I've never seen you train your calves. Do you train your calves at all?
I only train my calves when. What did he say? He followed the Levrone report
and your Instagram.
He's got to look at when I'm training for a contest, which back in the day when we made the videos and stuff, I don't think any of us made training tapes of us doing calf leg workouts or nothing like calf workouts. But yeah, I do train calves when I have to prepare for a show. I train calves, and you could train calves as like a muscle that you could train abs. You could do them every day because it's a smaller muscle group, and you can really hit them every single day. Do standing calves. I normally do seated calves. There's so many different ways you can do calves. You do donkey calves. I like putting heavy weight on, shock the calves to see how many, 445 pounds, see how many reps I can do with that. and then I'll superset. I'll pull it down all the way to like 2 plates, and then I'll see how many reps that I can do. Try to get like 50 or 100 until they just burning and burning and burning. That's a muscle you just want to constantly keep trying to shock and hit from different angles: standing calves, donkey calves, seated calves.
So
You could
Kevin,
just pound it out.
were calves like a challenge for you, or is it something that came
No.
easy for you? Or
Nothing really come that easy. You just have to hit them, and hit them, and hit them, and hit them, and keep hitting them. Calf is a muscle that you have to train a lot. If you don't genetically have super big calves, which I didn't have genetically super big calves, so I just had to train them at least 4 times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We have 3 political questions. Would you rather not address political?
Let's go for it.
Okay, Derek R. Johnson. Number 1, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am, Derek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, Trump's quest with North Korea. Is Trump too involved?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, somebody has to step in and try to control this guy and stand up for the people and what he's doing to them over there. I think the guy's a little out of control, to be honest with you. So I'm glad Trump did, step in and go head to head with him like we're doing.
I know. All
Something
right,
needs to change.
we're going for the gusto today. Your stance on gun laws.
My stance on gun laws. I think as long as you pass, the background check,
Yeah.
I think you should be able to carry a gun.
Yeah.
I think back in the day when we grew up, man, my father had a gun loaded by the door,
Yeah.
to protect you. I mean, you got to think, cowboys in America grew up, and, people walk around carrying guns on them. Some places you still can carry, if you have a permit, in the public. And I know some places you can actually have guns in the back of your truck. So yeah, man, I think we should keep that in, just like it used to be 30 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, as a side note, I know from talking to Flex Wheeler, Las Vegas, you can actually walk around with a gun on your hip, like in a holster. A regular citizen can do that.
That's right.
Actually, I think that's better than having to hide it all the time.
It's better, man. I mean, you can't water down a society and take the man out of America. They're trying to take the man out of America and all these rules and regulations. I mean, everything was great in the 70s and 80s, right?
I had a good time.
In the 90s, nothing going crazy. I mean, Woodstock was jumping in the 70s. I mean, you could carry back then.
Yeah.
So why change it now?
Yeah. I mean, I had to go through I don't know what Maryland is like. Massachusetts, it's tough. It took me almost 9 months to get my permit to carry concealed. Okay, we got some more bodybuilding related questions. We're getting away from politics. Paradox has a series of questions.
Yeah.
Can you do any other impersonations of bodybuilders? Your Ronnie Coleman impersonation was epic.
No, I can't do anybody else, man.
Well, do Ronnie, because I've never heard the Ronnie one.
Ronnie.
How about like the night you gave him vodka? What was he? You could do him on that night.
I said, Ronnie, drink alcohol?
Nah, Kim, I don't mess that kind of stuff. I ain't not had no drink at all. I don't mess that kind of stuff.
I said, well, won't you take a little shot or something?
I don't know about that right there. I mean, I don't know about that, Kevin. All right, I'll try. You're going to try with me? I'll try.
So, we took a little shot and everything,
Yeah.
Man, that stuff nasty.
That is just,
that's Ronnie, man.
That is bang on perfect impersonation.
That's Ronnie, man.
Any plans to expand your brand? What is going on with Levrone supplements these days?
The brand is in a lot of countries around the world, man. And we're expanding every single week. I'm getting emails about new distribution channels that are opening up all over the world. So I'm blessed about that, and I'm happy, and it's just a dream come true. Of course, it takes a lot of hard work. Today, I have to take a flight. I'm going to Russia, and I'll be in Russia for Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
for the next 2 weeks, actually. So the brand is doing well. We're not in America yet. The last stops will be Canada and the United States. But right now, we're doing really, really, really good. I just want to say thanks to all the fans and everybody who keep continuously coming back and purchasing the products and everything. So thank you, guys.
Yeah. This is a weird question. He wants to know, are you currently sponsored by anyone? If so, do they cover the trips, tickets, personal expenses, or are you paying out of pocket? I mean, Levrone's your company. So, I mean.
Yeah, the brand Levrone Signature Series, Levrone Clothing, Levrone Apparel and stuff, that's my brand. That's my company. So we take care of everything for myself. The company does, you know.
Now, because we were talking, we can't see your full body on this. If you want to stand up for a second, I want to give that gym credit. That is your home gym these days.
Yeah.
Exile Fitness. Now I can see fitness. Now I can see Exile. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Exile, where are they located?
They're in Pulaski Highway in Baltimore.
Okay. So that's
my home stretch, man.
Kevin's
That's where I will be preparing for the Arnold Classic 2018.
Right on. So now, as a side note, I'm assuming you're not like making any more 2-week trips out of country once you start prep, right?
Not after this one, no.
Okay, good.
So we'll have the whole month of December. We'll have January. We'll have February. We'll have half of March.
Right on. Okay. Here's a good question. Same guy, last question. For Kevin, will he reunite with his old band and do a Kevin Levrone tour? He was actually pretty good vocally. Had the Creed sound going on. Full Blown. What's going on with Full Blown?
We don't get together anymore. Obviously the band broke up. So I'm doing a solo project now with a guitar player, really good guitar player named Matt. He's in the Air Force. So him and I get together and jam and write songs. Some of those songs you guys can actually find them on YouTube, but also on the iTunes.
iTunes, yeah.
Yeah, and then also I write stuff with Raul Cruz out of Florida. So they're on iTunes.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are they on iTunes? They look under your name to find them?
Yeah, Kevin Levrone.
Okay.
And the
Check
songs
it out,
will pop up.
Not too many pro bodybuilders or great rock singers. We got one right here.
Love that music, man.
Okay, how did you get started in bodybuilding? You've told us so many times. Can you give us like the very brief? I believe it was your brother, right?
Yeah, my cousin came home
Cousin.
from the military, looking like the Incredible Hulk,
Or so you thought.
and that really impressed me, man. And ever since I saw him, I wanted to start working out. So that kind of really led me to the gym. Yep.
Did he stick with it or no? Just curious.
Well, he was a Marine, and he just stuck with it, but he didn't do it to compete.
Yeah.
You know, he was a tall dude, 6'5", you know, big dude.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so.
Okay, this is from Such a Redec. I know he's somewhere in Europe. I apologize for not knowing where. Why did you avoid sodium in your diet during your prep? I remember from your training movie Maryland Muscle Machine. Isn't it counterproductive, especially during dieting when calories and carbs are low?
No, I didn't add sodium. I ate 24 egg whites a day. Egg whites have a lot of sodium. Fish naturally is high in sodium. So I just didn't sprinkle sodium on my food. Some people add sodium in, and I didn't. I just kept what was natural in the food. That's all.
Yeah. From a health point of view, I don't think it's too good to be sprinkling salt on your food. Do you?
No, I don't either. Just make sure you retain fluid, and that's more water you got to worry about.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Last question for this week's edition comes from USMC Greg, who I'm assuming Greg was a former Marine, so thank you for your service. Have you thought about getting with someone like Tom Platz to train legs? Apparently the solution to your legs, if you train legs with Tom, you would have Tom Platz legs. So have you thought about it?
No, I haven't thought about it. I wouldn't mind training legs with Tom Platz one day, though. That would be one to go down in the history books for sure. You know,
yeah.
Maybe doing my my video, because you know, Ron, we're going to cover everything up to the day of my show.
Yeah.
You know, like a little series. You know, and then we're going to make a video. So maybe on the that video. You know, I'll go visit people like Lee Haney or Dorian Yates and hook up with him. Let Yates take me through something. maybe Tom Platt, you know what I mean? Hook up with those guys like that to get some extra motivation, you know.
I mean,
And the name of the video and everything that we're going to be doing, short film is going to be Born to Overcome.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So I got a lot of sponsors that are on board, allowing, that's going to help allow all this possible and everything. So it's going to be interesting because you guys have been asking for
Yeah.
a new video, full blown or Maryland Muscle Machine #2, but this one is going to be called Born to Overcome, and it's going to be a hardcore training video.
Because when was the last video you shot? How long ago was that?
2000,
2000. So
17 years ago.
It was on VHS.
Yeah, it was a Maryland Muscle Machine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So this will be the first. 18 years later will be the sequel.
Yeah, I feel like I have a head start because my body weight right now is about 246.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much clean right now. Went and had my heart sonograms and all my everything checked out. I don't know if you saw that post that I put up on Instagram, but all those tests came back perfect, man. My heart's not enlarged. Had an echogram. Yeah. That calcium test, everything. So my heart's 100% good. I'm happy about that. And insides are all good. And livers aren't elevated. So everything's perfect, man. My knees are good to go. And I'm clean right now. No heavy training. Just let my body just tune and relax. So when I get back from Russia, I'm going to start cranking it up, man. And that's my plan. So I think we got a good foundation, compared to where I started for the comeback for the Olympia. I was only about 220, so right now I'm about 245, 246. So I'll up my calories. That'll help me blow up and explode. Start putting that workload in the gym on the muscles. That'll help me boom, and then I'll sleep about 10 hours a day, and then I'll just start growing like a bear, man.
All right. I'm going to give one more question because I realize this is a better question to end with on an episode than to start another episode. Vin77, he's given us a lot of good questions. I like this one. So many of us like the old school Levrone from the 90s and all the great stories on how he used to prepare for his shows. The long-time story on some forums has been that when he used to prep, he prepped like a soldier going to war, literally. This includes sleeping on the floor with guns, getting up at the crack of dawn, and a lot of positive mental focus.
Yeah.
Did Levrone truly prepare like this in the 90s?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. And you guys will actually see that side of me of going deep in my mind. And we're going to try to capture all those things through this short film and through the Born to Overcome video and filming that was going to lead up to the Arnold Classic Australia. So, yeah.
Okay, great. All right, well, that will do it for this week's edition of How I See It with Kevin Levrone, brought to you by Levrone Supplements. Join us again next week for more.
Ron, you know how we're rolling, but you know how we're rolling.
Okay,
you know how we're rolling.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right.
Peace.